How's it going, YouTube? This is Donkey, and welcome back to another Destiny YouTube video. I'm making this as a bit of a follow-up to the YouTube video I posted a couple days ago, going over the bugged final stand we had during our contest Desert Perpetual runs. And I'm making it because we've learned a lot more about the situation, and it's kind of a lot worse than I thought it was at first. The previous video I made, uh, it was a bit of a very frustrated and crash out version of myself that I made kind of in the moment, right after I saw the video of my T crash hitting immune during Final Stand. And I wanted to go through it a bit step by step, be a bit more analytical, and see what really happened during this Final Stand, and talk about why I hope this never ever happens again going into contest modes into the future, and how my team's gonna kind of approach situations like this so that we can try to like mitigate situations like this in the future and like play around these bugs and glitched encounters. So first, let's do a bit of a recap of what happened during this final stand. If you didn't watch the last video, it's kind of funny. If you want to watch me crash out, you can go watch that one. But let's go through this a bit more analytically this time. So let's go a couple frames back. So in this is the bugged instance of our final stand.
Close.
Let me turn on the volume a little bit. It's a bit loud. You see me. I'm whittling down the boss with my Praetor's Revenge. We're hitting some damage numbers when my teammates dies. It's fine. We get the revive. And you'll see here, well, we're about to enter final stand, and the boss starts going into its final stand animation. And the way this boss is supposed to work is once you enter this final stand state, there's a couple of seconds of immunity where the boss goes immune and you're not actually able to do any damage to the boss. And if you do hit the boss, a bunch of immunes will show up, right? Let me give you a proper example. This is another final stand we did a bit later in the run, in the stream, where you can actually see the encounter working as intended. So let me move forward a little bit, and I might make it a bit slower in a moment here. So once again, I'm whittling down with Praedyths, and you'll see here really quickly, in a moment, I'm about to hit a immune. So you might have seen that. Let me go back a bit. It's a bit pixelated, but you can kind of see here. I hit wait, let me go one frame. Oh no. Sorry about that. One moment. You can see I hit a shot with my Praetor's Revenge, and I hit an immune. So that's what's supposed to happen. If you shoot the boss during this transition into Final Stand, it's supposed to show you an immune, right? To communicate to you that the boss is not damageable at the moment. We then go on. We don't end up clearing here. We make some mistakes as a team, and we don't end up clearing. But at least the encounter was working as intended. When you look at this instance of the bugged final stand, you'll see that despite the same thing happening, this final stand animation, right entering final stand, I'm not hitting immunes, I'm hitting damage numbers, which is not what's supposed to be happening. And I intrinsically know, because of how many final stands I've done in this game, whether it be contest or normal mode, that's pretty standard, that a boss goes immune. And so I'm kind of waiting for this moment when the boss will become vulnerable. And usually that happens with a white flash over the health bar at the bottom of the screen, but I didn't notice one. And I wasn't sure whether I missed it. Like maybe the final stand flash happened and I missed it, I didn't notice it, whatever. I'm waiting and I shoot the boss to see if it's vulnerable. And you'll see this right here in a moment. So I shoot the boss, and I'm gaining damage numbers. And this isn't what's supposed to be happening. It's supposed to be showing immune. So what I'm getting here is actually like fake damage numbers. So the boss is technically immune right now. So the boss is not taking any real damage. It's completely immune, but it's showing me damage numbers, even though it's immune, and it's not taking any damage. And in response to me seeing these damage numbers, I think to myself, oh, the boss is in final stand, it's damageable. I call for us to use our supers so we can get the boss health down as low as possible from our burst damage, and then whittle it down with Lord of Wolves for the remainder. And what you'll see is I hit an immune. You can see it at the bottom of the screen on my T-Crash. So this is likely, I'm pretty sure I timed my T-Crash exactly so that right when the boss does become goes transitions from immune to vulnerable, I hit it at literally like the last millisecond between when it goes vulnerable and becomes it goes from immune to vulnerable, and so I still hit that immune. Uh, Whatever, a little frustrating, but it is what it is. This was what I originally saw. And when I went to go look at my teammates' perspective, we actually noticed something even worse is uh, you see here, let's see if I can watch, let me slow this down a little bit. So we're about to enter, not quite final stand yet. He pops his Goldie. I'm saying, okay, wait. Damage is about to begin. This is the same clip as before, same moment in the stream. And I shoot my Lord of Wolves. You can see my Lord of Wolves shot right there, which I'm using to test to see if the boss is vulnerable. And I say now, because I got my damage numbers. And my teammate decides to shoot his Goldie. But the reality is, he actually that's also a fake damage number, and that golden gun did no damage to the boss. You can kind of see something similar to what happened with my T crash. You can see an immune, a blue immune, at the bottom of the screen, and what this is from is it's from his bolt charge. So he has bolt charge ready. He had a bolt charge stored up, so when he shot his golden gun, it activated a bolt charge, and his bolt charge was immune. And even though he got damage numbers on his golden gun, he didn't do any actual damage to the boss. And you can see this communicated in the overlay at the bottom of the screen. Just so we're aware, this is a completely legal overlay, doesn't touch the game. Bungie confirmed that this was legal and perfectly okay to use on Twitter like a couple months ago, something a lot of damage testers use. All it does is it scans the pixels on the health bar, it doesn't touch the game at all, and it gives you like a percentage, like how full is the health bar in terms of the pixels. Completely fine. And you can see we're at 10% of the boss's health, which is final stand. And you'll see, I can go back a bit, even though he hits that Goldie, the health bar doesn't move at all. So he hits that Goldie, and it doesn't move, even it doesn't even move when I hit that, hit my hit my T crash. You'll see here, so it's kind of fast. I might even go a bit slower here, but I can go frame by frame. So he hits his Goldie, I hit my immune T crash right here. I'm Donkey, and you'll see the boss, so right when I hit it, it's a bit of a flashbang, so you can't really see until after my thing's done. But right after, you'll see, okay, it went down to 7%. That isn't my T-Crash that's hitting, it's one of my teammates, T-Crash, who is also hitting, and you can kind of see it from my perspective if I go back to mine, my clip. You can see my friend Stock here, also Astolfo's plaything, his username. His is the Thunder Crash that hits, and there's also two Novas that get launched at the boss at the same time. So it's not my T-Crash that's hitting, my T-Crash was immune, but you can't really see Stock on screen, but the chunk you're seeing here, right after you kind of see me hit the thing, it's not from his golden gun, it's not from my T-Crash, it's actually from the other three damage supers that go out. And we then go on to not be able to kill. Let me see if I can find the exact moment here. Where we see the, 0.12% health bar. Let's see here really quickly. Ba 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 ba. Right before we kind of get wiped, you see the 0.12%. So the boss only had 0.12% of its health left. We definitely would have killed if either my T-Crash hit or his golden gun hit. Even if, like, funnily enough, like, if Colonial Dagger, that's the hunter here, if his bolt charge hit at the beginning of the clip when he launches his golden gun that hits immune, funnily enough, I will willing to bet if that hit, we would have cleared too. So it's a bit unfortunate. It's a bit frustrating that this kind of situation where I wouldn't have made the call to start damage if it wasn't for the fake damage numbers. I would have waited. And it's kind of annoying because, like, even in this clip, like, we still could have cleared. If if tractor uptime was like, point half a second longer, we could have killed. Uh, you know, if I cast my super half a second later, then we would have killed. If I one of my teammates made the joke because I had my thunderclap melee still charged. I didn't use my thunderclap in final stand. That if I launched my thunderclap, we would have killed. Like, there's so many things here that like we still could have killed the boss, and despite this bug. That's how close we were. Like any sliver of extra damage would have allowed us to kill the boss. Um, but even despite that, I hate to say like it's a skill issue where, oh sure, if I tossed my thunderclap, if tractor was half a second longer uptime, we would have killed. That's a skill issue. Although I don't disagree it's a skill issue and we should have accounted for these things. It's still frustrating where it's like I wouldn't have made the call. We wouldn't my T crash and this golden gun wouldn't have gone to waste if the game was working as intended, and it wasn't. And it's kind of frustrating because we didn't get the clear. And we only went for about an hour and a half after this bugged run. We had obligations. I had to work in the morning on Monday. We were exhausted, and we could have kept going if I wasn't working. If I booked that day off, and we, kept going, took a bit of a nap, came back, we probably could have cleared. If we did a million other things, we probably could have cleared. If we didn't fail our future final stands, we would have cleared. It's just this particular final stand just stares me in the face, and it says to me, it's like dangling keys. I don't know, like it's like the carrot on the stick. I'm seeing what could have been. I'm seeing the potential that if the game was just working in this moment, we would have killed the boss. We would have gotten that emblem. We would have gone top 100. In the moment this bug happened, we would have cleared before Datto and all these things. I see the opportunity in this clip. I see the potential, and I see how the bug kind of, I feel like, stole this. I don't know if it stole, but like it took this opportunity from us, and it's just frustrating. It feels like I've been cheated out of a potential, out of a victory. It's like I've been cheated out of a hype moment, of a good morale boost for the clan, and uh, you know, it is what it is. I really hope that going forward, Bungie returns to the 10 days after launch. Uh, you know, the raid comes out 10 days after launch, like it used to be, so that we can give the developers time, give the servers a time to settle, so we can fix these bugs, fix bugs with weapons, so that we can like go into a raid like with our full arsenal and full potential and full ability to perform with a game that's working properly. And I don't know if they could have fixed this situation in 3 days or in 10 days post launch, if this bug, or there still would have been problems with the raid 10 days after launch. I don't know. Obviously, I can't tell what the alternate reality is, but it's frustrating. And going forward, my team is kind of going to be approaching final stands in a very different way. I know a lot of teams, they wait until like halfway through final stand to pop their supers, probably as a way to mitigate stuff like this. We're definitely doing that in the future. We're avoiding popping our supers right at the beginning to avoid, I guess, bugs like this, and potentially avoid like popping our supers too early and wasting them on an immune boss. Um, and yeah, I hope other people had a good raid. I hope everyone who cleared. I know there's a lot of a scandal right now on how many cheaters cleared the day one. But I hope those who got their cleared. Congratulations. I'm glad you did. I hope you had fun. For those who attempted, I'm glad you had fun. Or I hope you had fun, and I hope you come back in the future and do more raids. Despite this being a buggy and very bullet spongy bosses, I hope you had fun, and I hope we keep getting good raids like this in the future. Um, and I definitely hope, or I know, we're getting the next clear because I'm not living this down. That 0.12% health bar is going to haunt me forever, I think. So, you know, I'm gonna get him the next time. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a lot less crash out, a lot more analytical than the previous video. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Anyways, good night, guys. See you later.